It's time to use Garmin Voice Studio. Let's go get it. Actually, I have it already installed, but I'm showing you where to get it. I went to Google and searched for Garmin Voice Studio, and it's the first link. And if it decides to load, there it is. Now, first of all, I want you to pay attention to this. This is old software. Still works on Windows 10. You got to do a few things to make it work right, but so download this Voice Studio _240.exe. So yeah, I've already downloaded it. So once you have that downloaded, now you can just install and run it. But when you do, it's not going to run right. And the reason for that is because you need to run it with administrator privileges. So when you run this from the Windows 10 menu, I don't know if it's showing here, but anyway, hopefully I have it captured. It's run as administrator, and then so you get this whenever you run the app. And then it will run. Now I'll assume you've already downloaded and installed it, and and you see this, like, okay, so here is the Voice Studio. So you do File, New Voice. Now I'm going to do one that you can make if you're running Windows 10, because you'll have the sounds, so you can test it out for yourself. So I'll call it Windows 10 Sounds. And this doesn't matter the language. I just put American English. This is blank. Now, in order for this thing to work, you have to fill out every single one of these, and then you can either send to GPS, which I would actually recommend not doing. I'll show you a different way. Or you can do a file and save voice, but when you try to save right now, it's all phrases must be recorded before voice can be saved. Right. That's if you can get the sounds in there. So, okay. Now, also, you can just do record and record your own voice if you want to do that. That's an option. It will activate your microphone in Windows, and then you can just talk and press record and then press it again to stop, and it will do it. But we're not going to do that. I'm going to just do imported sounds. Now if I go to File and Import Audio File, in Windows 10 the default sounds are in C:\\Windows\media. So I just type that in here and click Open, and then there's these sounds. These are all the stock Windows sounds that come with Windows 10. However, if you try to put one in here, you may periodically get this problem. Uh-oh, audio file is not supported. You may also get this. Now, it only understands WAV files, does not do MP3, but I'll show you how to convert it with either MP3 or WAV. So we need to do that. So, how do we convert it? Well, that is where VLC Media Player comes in. This is version 3.0.12. And if I go to Google, I search for VLC, official download of VLC Media Player, the best open source player, blah, 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 blah. And you can go to videoland.org. Or just search VLC in Google and download VLC. Totally free. Yes, it is. Isn't that lovely? I think so. Right. So we got to convert this thing. And yeah, you can convert stuff right out of VLC. So let's go ahead and do that. So Voice Studio will understand the WAV file. So I'll go to Media, Convert/Save, and then Add. And then I will just type, oh, I hit escape. Let's try that again. Desktop, where was I? Oh, that's not what I wanted. What did I want? C drive. Actually, no, I'll just type it down here. That's easier. C:\Windows\media. Yeah, I was messing around with some Freeman's Mind episodes. It had some MKV files, and I was just converting those over. That's what that was, in case you're curious. Doesn't matter, because that's not part of this. Anyway, so here we are in the Windows Media folder. And the one I was trying to convert was Ring01. So I will go ahead and open, and it puts it in my list. Now, as you will notice, well, actually, you didn't notice, I will tell you, you can add more than one file here. You can add MP3s, WAV, basically any type of audio. The only limitation where the Garmin Voice Studio software is concerned is that the audio cannot be more than 10 seconds in length per file. So if whatever you are importing is over 10 seconds, even if you convert it correctly, the Garmin Voice Studio still won't take it. So anyway, I'm just converting one here, and I'm going to click this little arrow and go to convert. I'm going to bring this up a little bit, just right there. Convert. I don't know if OBS is seeing that or not, so I'm doing it just in case. Now, by default, you're going to land on something like this. Now, I already have mine programmed in here as audio wave mono 44.1, but I'll show you how to do it from scratch. So you need to create a profile here. And what you do is that you just do a new one right here. Now, I'm just going to call this Garmin Voice Studio like that as a wave. Go to Audio Codec tab, click Audio, click this, the codec, go to Wave, and the sample rate, actually one channel, because you don't need stereo, one channel is mono and the other one, two channels is stereo, with a sample rate of 44,100 hertz. So wave, 128 kb second bit rate, one channel, sample rate 44,100. You do not need to mess with any of the filters. The encapsulation is wave. That's important. If it's anything else, no, won't work. So audio codec, Garmin Voice Studio, wave, 128 kilobit, one channel, mono, audio, 44.1, create. Then it will be in your list. So there it is. Right. Then we choose a destination file. So I'm going to browse and just plop it on my desktop. I already did this before as a test, but I'll do it again. Call it ring01.wav because that's the name of the file. So this is the originating source file. There's a destination file. And it's going to be real fast because this is a short file. Start. And I'm going to overwrite. You won't see that, but I'm doing it because I'm overwriting it. Okay, and it's done. Then, in here, in Voice Studio, File, Import, Desktop, there's my file, Open. Ah, it worked! And I'll test play it. Seems to work just fine, which is great. Now, it is probably true that you do not want to fill out every single one of these things, because to find an individual sound effect for every single one of those is a pain in the butt. So, but you can fill it with a blank, and I'll show you where that is. So let's just say I wanted to fill these with blanks. So File, Import. Now, this one is in C:\program data, no space, PROGRAM DATA /Garmin, and hit Open. And then in Voice Studio and in Data, so I'll go back one, just I double click the Voice Studio folder, I double click the Data folder, I double click the Audio folder, blank. Okay, so there's a blank in here and I hit Open and I will overwrite this one. It's just a blank. So then if I go to the next one and hit Control-I or File Import, it will still be there. So what I would do is on a new voice, I would go through every single one of these and just go blank, blank. I'll do this the fast way. Blank wave, blank wave, blank wave, blank wave. Yeah, this is annoying. It's not a fast process, and there are a lot of them. As a matter of fact, while I'm doing this, I am going to leave this in the video because I want you to see how much of a pain in the butt it is to just do all the, and I can't multi-select. Oh no, that would be too easy. Wouldn't that be nice if you could do it instead of doing this, all this crap? I'm wondering how many people have fast forwarded the video by this point, because I bet a bunch of them have, and I bet you will too. Well, I'll give you a bonus for actually suffering through this part. If you go onto Google and you search for voice generator, you can actually find little AI websites that will allow you to record, not record, but generate voice of any phrase that you want just by typing it in. So if you want to create different voices, computer voices, and then have a WAV file for each individual one of these, yes, you can do that. And okay, we're almost done. Ooh, man, this is a pain. Ugh. That typing sound must be so annoying by now. I'm used to it. I have a loud keyboard because it is a mechanical switch, which I like. The only two keyboards I've ever liked are truly liked are mechanical switch style and what's known as a scissor style, which most people know as a laptop keyboard. I love laptop keyboards, but I hate the fact that the majority of them do not have number pads, and the ones with number pads are way too huge. And we're done. Okay, jeez. Right, so if we want to do one of these with just simple sound, now that we have all of these as blank, okay, I could go and export this, but the problem is they're all blank, blank.wave. The ones that you want to pay attention to usually is, you just got to kind of pay attention to it. Now, you can do, the only time arriving at actually happens is when you arrive at the, you would think to put the word destination. So let's just do a sound effect style, minimal sound effect thing. So I'll do arriving at first, and I'll do an import, and I'll go back to C Windows Media. Okay, let's pick one that would be good for an arriving at. Oh, actually, I know, ta-da. That would be a good one. Let's play that. Yeah, that would be a good one. Overwrite. Is it going to work? Oh, okay. Some of them will work. Other ones will not. As in work without conversion. So when you can do that, great. But if it doesn't work, I showed you how to convert the WAV file with VLC a moment ago. So let's test that. Okay, and do the test and see what what it would do in a Garmin. So it's actually saying arriving at destination on left, but the first part, destination on left, is actually blank, so it will only play the ta-da. And also, you'll notice it peaks a little bit, so you can adjust it a little bit if you want to. Okay, so I'll adjust this so it doesn't blow out the speakers or whatever. And the only other ones you really want to be notified about is left, right, turn left, and turn right. The rest of them, yeah, you can safely ignore those. So the only ones you care about is when to turn left or be notified of turning left. Actually, make a U-turn. That one, you have to think for a second, like, okay, which ones would play the most often that I would want to be notified about? or as they say in Canada, a boot. We want to be notified about the U-turn. We want to be notified about arriving at the destination, because I'd leave that one blank because that one is given before reaching the destination. This one, when it says arriving at destination, that's when you get to the destination. That's why I leave this one blank and this one not. And then take ramp. Okay, we could do import take. Yeah, okay, so we do take ramp. You'd have to experiment with it to see. Well, let me do a test, because you can do the test phrase here. Exit left, then take ramp right. So it would play left and then right for that one. And for ahead, it would say continue on route, then take ramp ahead. So, okay, I'll ignore the ramp ones, and I'll just do left, and turn right. So if I do a left, let's find one here. How about a chord? How about a ding? Ding. There we go. Overwrite. So left will be a ding, and I will also make turn left. That's a Control-I I'm doing, by the way. It's the same as file import. I will also make that a ding. Yep. Okay. So we got ding, ding, and we'll turn that down a little bit for each one. And now we need the right sound. So instead of a ding, how about chimes? Nah, that's too long. How about was it? No, I don't want a chord. This is crumple paper. No, I need something different. No. Take me a second to find one here. Actually, speech on and off would be better. You know what? Let's do that instead. Left will be speech off. Just the sound. And turn it down a little bit and play. Yep. And right will be speech on. On. Yep. Unfortunately, these are taking without having to convert them, which is even better. Okay. Speech on. And down. Okay, so on left, on right. What would this one be like? Arriving at destination on left. Okay, I'll leave those blank. I'm just checking the other ones here. Nope, that's good enough. Okay, so yep. Now at this point, I do in fact have my Nuvi 255 plugged in. I could do send to GPS. The voice file will take the name of whatever the name is here that you gave it. You can copy it, but unfortunately, just because this software is so simplistic, I can't rename it. So if you're going to rename it, you actually have to copy it. If I do a copy and then you can give it another name and then delete the old one, it's so convoluted. But anyway, I'll just keep this one. What I'm going to do is a save voice, and you'll notice that the file name is VPM. I will plop that on the desktop. So it's going to export that and successfully save the voice to the computer, not to the GPS. Now I'm going to bring up a file explorer here. I have my Nuvi plugged in. Now you may not see it as a drive letter on your computer. You may have to go to this PC and you may see your Drive Smart Nuvi here. Just plug it into your computer and find where it is, and then open the folder. You're going to see a folder called Voice. These are where all your voice files R. So what I'm going to do is go to my desktop, and there is the VPM I just saved. I'm going to right click and copy that, go to my Garmin, go into the voice folder and paste. You'll notice either, because there's barely any data in it, I only put 2 or 3 sounds in there. It's already installed, and that's it. This is the way to install a voice without having to use the software to do it, which is great. So that's that. And okay, so now what I'm going to do is, you can't see this on camera, but I'm going to unplug my, there we go, I just unplugged, that probably came across in the video, I just unplugged my Nuvi, and I'm going to power it up, and I'm going to test it. You'll hear it through the microphone here. Don't worry, I'm still here. I'm going to test it to see if it actually took, and you'll hear it through the headset microphone I'm wearing right now, whether the voice file actually worked. And if it works on a Nuvi 255 made in 2012, well, it'll work anywhere. So there we go. You can probably hear. Oh, it was already set to do something else. Well, we will stop that. Okay, I'm going to settings, I'm going to the language and the voice, and I'm gonna see if it showed up. It did. And what I'm going to do is set it to simulation mode, on the GPS that is. I'm sorry you can't see this on camera, but take my word for it. Okay, so where is that simulation mode? There it is. And I will go to a destination. And I'm just going to see if it actually takes. Go. Drive. Oh, there it goes. You hear that? I'll let it do it again just so you can hear it. It'll take a second before the next direction comes up. Oh, come on, don't make me wait. Come on, Garmin, show the good peep. There it goes. Yep. So it's working. And we will stop the route. Okay, so that is a basic. Maybe I'll make another video showing this right after this one. Actually showing the voice file in use. But anyway, that is how to do it. So to recap, what we did is that I went to the Garmin website and I grabbed the Voice Studio software, made sure to run it as administrator. Also got the VLC thing, so I could go ahead and go in there and do my conversions if I had to, and then go into the Voice Studio and grabbed a bunch of WAV files and blank, and then I added a few sound effects from the Windows 10 stock set, exported it to a VPM, copied it over to the Garmin voice folder, and yeah, all this is, oh yeah, it is not a fast process. It's slow and tedious and annoying, but if you want those custom voices bad enough, well, now you can do it. And I believe it's only possible with to do a truly custom voice. You need Garmin to do it. You can't do it with Google. Can you do it with Google Maps? Okay, Google Maps does have custom voices, but I don't think you can customize it to this level. Certainly can't do that on a TomTom that I know of. Nor can you do it with any other apps on the phone that I know of. So, well, there you go, good people. I hope this helped you out. Let me know if it did. See ya.